Alright, here we go. And this match, guys, is no joke. I get fortunate to have a Sandstorm guy as my leadoff, and he gets this thing, which is kind of cool. And honestly, I didn't think of this at first, and I only just think of it now. I could have EQ'd him. I am retarded. I can't. Oh, wow. That changes so much. I just thought of that. Anyway, he switches to a Starmie to do some damage, and I go to a Blissey. However, I don't know, you guys might notice a little something different at first. So, I'm not too sure what he plans to do, but I go, personally, with the T-Bolt, see if I can finish it off, and he switched out. So, I get some Serene Grace hacks, and I get the thing paralyzed, and it's about half dead, so I probably could risk it, but there's no way in hell I'm going to. You can see me, like, checking stats and stuff and doing moves at the bottom. It's kind of funny. Anyway, I go back to this guy because I want him to get some more HP with some slack off. And I'm glad I have the thing slow, but it gets a guts boost. It probably had Flame Orb instead. It's already slow as dirt, and now it won't kill itself. So, I don't know. It's a trade-off, really. So, I decide, I don't even remember what I did. I went with slack off, that's right. Okay, so here, I need to see what kind of chomp it is first. He told me on AIM that he's going to Draco Meteor me, but I just ignored that. I'm like, screw it. If he does, so be it. If not, so be it. So I stayed in to see what it could do, and I hoped Ice Fang would be able to kill it, but I miss. That sucks. So now I'm not sure if I want to slack off or Ice Fang again, and I decide to slack off, but I accidentally hit Ice Fang, so that just sucked. Freeze! Dang. Didn't freeze. So now I'm stuck with half the hit points I want, and that's not good. So I decide to go to a little something else this time, because the Bliss is, I mean, granted it's obvious, but who knows what Starmie is going to do to it. So it turns out to work in my favor, as he predicted I'd go to Blissey, and he brought in a T-Tar. So here's this guy. I'm thinking, sweet, I love this matchup. This is just epic. It's like either dude could win. That's so cool. I curse up, and I'm surprised I go first, but I do. And so the Earthquake, even though it's super effective, isn't too big of a deal for me. So little does he know, however, what this thing's moveset is. So he tries to taunt me, and I hit him with a hammer arm. It's like, kapow, pimp smack your ass. But it didn't do as much as I thought. So I remember that my buddy EV trained this thing, and I didn't like the spread. I never actually changed it, so that might be why it was weak. Maybe not. I think it was defensively that I didn't like the EVs. But regardless, it didn't kill him, and had to go for it again, of course. I didn't know what was going to come in, but I had to go for it again. So he brings out this thing, and I was surprised it lived at first, honestly. And I was thinking about this. I cut out a lot of waiting. He's got paralyzed. Granted, I have -3 stages, but I think I'm still faster. I decided not to risk it, and I went with the safe bet. I figured Sandstorm will kill him while I slack off, and that'll be cool. So that's what I plan to do. And that is, in fact, what I do. I slack off and wait for Sandstorm to kill him, hopefully gaining more than he deals. He switches to Facade, which probably he shouldn't have done. He doesn't get stab on it, and the cross chop has a chance to crit. So I probably would have kept going with that. So it helps me out a little bit there. I have some hit points left. And he goes back to the Starmie. This Starmie is a pain in the freaking sky. I mean, I don't. This is like half Sandstorm team. So is his, which is really funny. We both have half Sandstorm teams. So it's like, I don't know what the heck to do about Starmie, because this isn't your traditional Bliss. So he knows it packs T-Bolt, so I'm thinking maybe he wants to go to Garchomp? Maybe? Maybe I'll hit it with an Ice Beam? Maybe not. So that sucks. Didn't work out that way for me. So now he's probably thinking I'm Calm Mind Bliss or something. So, let's see, what happened here? I switched out of that. I'm trying to think of why. Oh yeah, because I was stuck on Ice Beam. That's why. So I went to this guy, and he went to that guy. So, I still don't know if it's mixed. I still don't know if it's Scarfed, or Choice Banded, or anything. Or it might be... No, it's not special. So what am I kidding? I don't know if it's a Swords Dancer or not. And there's the Outrage. So I'm thinking it's Scarfed. But at the very least, I'm thinking it's got Choice something. Besides Specs, of course. So, I thought of going to Registeel here, but I figured by the time I do, and by the time I get a Curse, he'll be done. And then I can't risk having Registeel die. So I figure I can go for an Ice Fang, which missed, again. And then, slack off or something like that. Fortunately, I lived a hit that I didn't think I was going to, and I was able to get one Ice Fang off, and it didn't even kill it, so that pissed me off. And right here, he should have stayed in and risked it, because this hippo was like, my god, I needed him so much. He should have risked it. It was 50%. Luck was going his way. Who knows? But he didn't, so that's good for me. I got another free slack off. I go back to this chick, takes the surf, and since there's no lefties and sandstorm, I'm sitting pretty low. So I doubt he'll switch out, but I've got to try something. And fortunately I do live. I predicted Magnezone to come back in, and even though I die from it, I bet that Blissey left him guessing his ass off. Like, what the hell is this doing? What the hell? So T-Tar comes in, and I sent in Ape in case Garchomp came in, predicted EQ, and I could send to a flyer, but that didn't happen that way. So I also predicted him to switch, hence the U-turn, and that didn't work either. So I'm just like, not my day. It's so weird. Like, sometimes he predicts, and sometimes he either doesn't or he predicts the predict, and you just can't tell which, and that just frustrates you. So I was able to easily take the EQ, though. I figured I'll get a nice free slack off here, because there's not a whole lot he's going to do. Since Registeel was faster, I think Hippo is going to be faster as well, so I'm not afraid of Taunt. Even if he did Taunt, we'd still both gain lefties, and nothing else would happen, and I would just kill him next turn, so whatever. Sends in the Scarm. And I'm still afraid of it setting up spikes and crap like that with all the switching we're doing, and I don't have a spinner. So, I first time when I was playing, I missed that it used Air Slash. I didn't even know what it did. I thought it used Drill Peck for some reason. So, I put a T-Wave on it just to make it easier to kill, really, or predicting it switch out, because that's another possibility, obviously. Fortunately, it did, and I don't really want to take the T-Bolt. I highly doubt I'll kill it, so I switched to Registeel, because he's a beast, and took the explosion like a beast. And this part is also key, right here, coming up, assuming it's what I remember. This is a long fight, guys. Yeah, this part. So the EQ is obvious. I thought of going to a flyer, but I thought maybe he'll predict that and use Outrage, so I should stay in. So I stayed in, he used EQ, and I got stroked. So that didn't work at all for me. So now I go to the flyer. I'm aware he's something, because it hurts so much. I'm pretty sure now that it's choice banned, and thank God, because if it was Scarf, I think I lose. So, I get the Paralyze on Scarm this time, and I probably should have went with Air Slash first for the extreme hacks, but I went with Flamethrower instead, and it didn't kill it by just like a smidgen. I get hit with an Aerial Ace, and Aerial Ace. I thought he used Air Slash last time. I don't know. I don't remember. All I remember is that it didn't set up any spikes on me, so that's good. I was able to finish it off this time, so that's good, because he was a big problem in my mind at first. So the Jaws comes back in. Obviously, I think it's going to use a Dragon move, because it doesn't want to get stuck on EQ. So I go here. He takes the Dragon move. I could have gone to Hippo. I just mostly wanted to show him off, because I've never actually put this guy in a battle. So that's cool. I shouldn't say show him off. I mean, just like show him, hey, this is my last guy. But I set up a Toxic Spikes, because at the time I thought Starmie was still alive, and Starmie would have completely swept me, and I'm not kidding, it would have. So I needed to get some sort of damage in on it. And turns out Starmie's not around, and I'll be able to finish this guy off and finish the Garchomp off just by stalling him, so the match is pretty much over. There was so much crap going on with this game. It was just like, but I edited out a lot of waiting. Between every turn, there was like 15 seconds of like, okay, what do I want to do? All these like same turn switches and all sorts of stuff with this roulette. We had no idea what the hell we were doing at all. It was totally sweet. This was one of the most fun matches I've ever had in my life. There's just so much going on. It was definitely sweet, and I'm glad I came out on top. So we'll be sure to have another battle sometime later after the holidays. I've got 13 other guys to get to, it looks like. So thanks for watching, guys. Visit my channel, subscribe, rate, comment, friend invite, all that good stuff. And or just, I don't know, watch the video 500 times, whatever. Hell of a lot of fun. Congrats to Maple, and thanks a lot, guys. Look for more vids.